Alright, I have 13 books that I've bought in the last months and I didn't read yet because sometimes I buy books and I read them within like a few days and I forget to do a book haul, so you have probably seen them in the month's wrap up. I just want to share the books that are on my TBR shelf and are going to be read in the next few months hopefully, or stay there for 2 years, you never know. So let's start with Ancillary Justice by Anna Leckie. And this is about, I think, a woman in space. There is a space war and there is a very crazy artificial intelligence involved in this. I just know this is a classic, this is very good and I should read it, so I bought it. Yeah, I'm hoping this is like feminist science fiction because that would be the best. On to another science fiction I bought because I've read the first book and I decided finally that I want to continue it. Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. So this is the second book to Red Rising and this is kind of an adult dystopian happening on Mars, and there is like this whole society divided by colors, and in which color you are born you have more options or less options, which is kind of interesting. And the first book was good, not what I expected but good, and I was thinking, okay, I will continue this. It is not the biggest priority but I want to read on. So, I don't know what this book is actually about. I couldn't summarize it because I would spoil the first book probably. But yeah, this society is cool. And I heard he's getting better at representing women in the later books, so I will not be as enraged, as disappointed as in the first book. Hopefully. Since I am speaking about continuation of series, I bought Civil Burn by James S.A. Corey because this is the fourth book of the Expanse series and I am enjoying this series so flipping much, and this is going to be the next book I'm going to read. All of these books are over 500 pages, so this needs commitment, and this is my long goal for this year, to read all books in this series that are out yet, and I'm on book 4. This is about the found family crew, about the expansion of human race into space, and about humanity being humanity as we know it and not dystopian nor utopian, just plainly stupid humans, and it is amazing. If you want to know more about The Expanse, I have made a dedicated review for the first 3 books. There or there, go watch it. So, the next book I've bought is something I bought because I've enjoyed Japanese literature so much in the last months, and I always had the feeling of peace reading Japanese literature, and I wanted to know more about the culture, and I stumbled across Ikigai, the Japanese secret to long and happy life. So I don't know if this is going to be good. I read a book about Hawaiian culture last month, I think, and that one was okay. I'm just wondering, that book and this book were all written by people who are not a part of the culture themselves, which is maybe kind of problematic. I might do a video about this, you never know. I'm just looking forward to this. I just want to know more about the Japanese lifestyle and this peaceful feeling I'm feeling reading Japanese things. Also, kind of a continuation, I have read Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur for the O's readathon, and then I stumbled onto The Sun and Her Flowers and I couldn't resist, so I bought it. And I'm looking forward to it because Rupi has a way of writing poetry that hits me in the feels, so I am hoping that this book is going to be as good as the first one. Onto a book I bought just out of a whim because a lot of booktubers are actually praising it for being super weird but super good. And yeah, I bought Bunny by Mora Awad. So this is supposed to be about a girl falling into kind of a witchy cult something who are turning people into animals. I don't know more about it. I just know that they say it's brilliant and it's super weird. So I just want to read it. Yeah, kind of something that is in the same note as Bunny that I don't know much about, but I know that people are praising it. Especially people coming from the sci-fi people people I follow on Goodreads, which is interesting because I don't think this is sci-fi. I bought The Overstory by Richard Powers, and this is supposed to be about trees and about people having life stories around these trees. I don't know what this is actually about. I just read that this is heavily recommended for people who are environmentalists. And I studied environmental sciences, and I just feel I should read this. Also, I am Lorax, I speak for the trees. This is how the book feels to me when I'm thinking about it, so we will see. It's supposed to have amazing prose, and I'm looking forward to it. This is gonna be an interesting read. As I said, I'm an environmentalist, so I kind of am interested in fiction depicting environmental issues. And one of those things I've bought is Odds Against Tomorrow by Nathaniel Rach. And this book is about a guy who uses his mathematical skills to project the worst case scenarios into the future that could happen from environmental catastrophes. And one of them happens and he is prepared. And I just read that this is a sci-fi and I should read it. So the thing about this is I will know if these scenarios are realistic because I have done climate modeling, people. I would know. So I'm looking forward to this one, also for critiquing this one because I have knowledge. On to two of my very expected, very anticipated books of 2020. The first one is A Paylight in the Black by Kibi Wagers. And this is supposed to be kind of like Ender's Game, but with a lot of women in space playing war games. And I expect space travel, I expect feminism, and I expect that they are going to fight between each other and then there will be a kind of external threat to them. And they need to protect humanity. And I'm just looking forward to this. I like just space race and space fighting and space games stuff. Space games is amazing. One of my favorite things is Ender's Game. I love it. So I'm looking forward to this. And I have a type in sci-fi. I like feminist and LGBT science fiction. So I bought Goldilocks by Laura Lamb. This sounds good as well. This is about a crew going on a long-term journey to explore Goldilocks planets. And the crew is all women. And I want found family of all women. This is gonna be so good. I can't wait to read this. I just have read so much sci-fi last month, I might need a break. But this is something I am so looking forward to. And we are at the last 3 books, and those are fantasy books. And the first one I've bought on recommendation of another booktuber because he loves it, and that's Rach of Dragons by Evan Winter. And this is about a society completely destructed by war against or with, I don't know, dragons. I think against dragons. And this is supposed to have amazing depiction of African culture in it, as well as amazing dark, grim fantasy all about war, revenge, and just playing good, fighting dragons. I just heard this is written so well. It was self-published and then taken over by Orbit. There is going to be a second book, and I just want to know what the hype is about it with this one. So, on to 2 books I bought solely because of BookTube and Book Talk, and I'm just wondering if I will like them. The seasons are turning into the summer, and I am thinking I need something fun. I just need something that will not bring me into philosophical discussion with myself, that will end up with me just having fun. And since I have been on YouTube for about 3 months now and not before that, I have missed a lot of hyped books. And I have decided to start with Sarah J. Maas' books with the newest one, Crescent City or House of Earth and Bone. I don't know, guys. This is fantasy. This is kind of like adult shadow hunters, but with a detective story in it. There is angels, there is demons, vampires, fae, whatever. There is a female protagonist, and I heard a lot of good stuff about this. I heard also negative stuff about this. And since I have just read The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which kind of was a train wreck, and I still enjoyed reading it, I'm thinking to myself, I can read something I'm not sure if I will love, but I'm kind of intrigued about, because I have read The Mortal Instruments and I kind of enjoyed it. I don't say the books are very good. They are not very bad either. It's just fun. And I'm thinking that this book is going to be somewhere in there, and I'm going to just have fun with this book. And on to the last book. This one, everybody's saying is going to be so good, and I have not read the first book from this author yet, and I'm starting with the second book. It's not a series, it's just the second published novel. I bought the Sara CE by Erin Morgenstern, and yeah, I'm going to read it, guys. This is about a guy, Zachary, and he is in this like academia setting, and he finds doors, and somehow doors are starting to open to other times, other dimensions, or whatever. He is kind of living in his favorite fantastical worlds, and this sounds so intriguing. This sounds like the dream for every book nerd out there. And looking into it, if I like her writing, I will read Night Circus, because I have it as an ebook. But I will start with this one. This sounds so good. I kind of feel like I will have the feeling I had with Dark Matter, just in fantasy setting, kind of mixed with a Wayward Children series by Shannon McGuire, or Alice in Wonderland in general. And I'm intrigued. So this is 13 books I have bought in the last few months, and well, this is gonna be exciting. I have so many books to read, and yeah, you will see them in the wrap-ups in the next month, hopefully, and maybe the next book haul in a few months too. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you found a book you like, because I like all of them. Of course I do. Yeah, I buy books, I tell you what I buy, so I hope you're happy. Have a lovely day. In the meantime, please subscribe. I have a lot of reviews coming in, and I see you in the next video. Bye!